Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having an awesome day. I'm having an awesome day. As I mentioned in my first video, we hit that 10,000 subs last night, guys, and I'm so happy. I'm not going to stop smiling. I've had a stupid grin on my face all day. It's probably going to last for the rest of the week. And if I wasn't feeling so rough last night, I probably would have celebrated some. But genuinely, I was lying in bed, scrolling through my phone. I got an alert that I hit the 10K, and I promise you, it brought a tear to my eye. So I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I cannot put into words how much it means to me. I never thought I'd get there. Thank you. And with that emotional nonsense out the way, let's get into today's video. Today we are reacting to the CH-47 Chinook. And that's because yesterday we reacted to the 7 incredible helicopters of the US military. And I saw the Chinook and I was like, I can't believe I haven't thought of doing this reaction. I love the look of it. It looks like an absolute beast. It looks like it shouldn't be able to fly. That's how big it looks to me. But then someone commented on that video, yesterday's video. I'll put it up here or there, wherever it goes. They said to me that the Chinook is only 1 foot longer than the Black Hawk, which is, I find amazing. Because it looks so much bigger. I suppose in real life, if I was to see them, I'd be like, oh, okay, but I've never seen them in real life, and I'm only going by what's on the screen. So yeah, they do look so impressive. They look amazing, and I just love a big beefy machine. What can I say? If you guys haven't done so already, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you're feeling extra frisky, may as well hit the like button as well. I do have a Buy Me a Coffee page linked down in the description if you want to buy a coffee to help support the channel. That would be so awesome. And I also have a Patreon link down in the description if you want to check that out. And without further ado, let's check out the CH-47 Chinook. Witness the beast in action. Jeez, look at it. Those freaking rotors, or propellers, or whatever you want to call them, I cannot believe how they go. Like one little mistake in the engineering and that thing's gone like kaput.
Meet the CH-47 Chinook, the ultimate heavy lift helicopter. There are show horses and there are workhorses, and the Army's CH-47 Chinook helicopter is definitely a workhorse. For more than 55 years, Chinooks have served as the Army's heavy lift helicopter, ferrying troops and equipment around the world. Made by the Boeing company, the CH-47s have been upgraded over the years and are expected to remain in service with the Army through the 2060s.
Yeah, good.
The helicopter debuted on the eve of America's war in Vietnam in 1965, and because its appearance hasn't changed much, it's common for reporters to refer to it as a Vietnam-era aircraft. However, today
it's so big, but it's still managed to look agile as well. I'm not saying it's the most agile helicopter out of them, but it's phenomenal to me. I love it. I really, I don't know. I think, now this is saying something. I think this may just be my favorite helicopter. I don't know why. It just does something to me.
Chinook doesn't have much in common with its 1960s forebears. For starts, it carries twice as much payload, 24,000 pounds versus 11,000 pounds, is equipped with a raft of self-protection devices, and in its latest version is fully digitized. Despite the added weight, Chinook remains the fastest rotorcraft in the Army fleet thanks to its tandem rotors, capable of carrying up to 55 soldiers long distances 55. At a speed approaching 200.
That's how many people can a bus fit in it? That just shows you the size. Sorry.
Miles per hour. So calling the CH-47 a Vietnam-era aircraft is a bit like applying the same label to the Army Abrams tank or the Air Force.
Did you hear that? That big explosion type noise?
Versus C-130 airlifter. Like Chinook, these warfighting systems remain at the cutting edge of innovation thanks to continuous improvements since their inception. The CH-47 Chinook is the most capable, efficient, and dynamic heavy lift helicopter in the industry today. The terms heavy lift helicopter and CH-47 Chinook go hand in hand. There's no doubt that the Chinook is widely recognized for its heavy lift helicopter capabilities. Among all heavy lift helicopters, the performance and availability of the CH-47 is unparalleled. Optimized to be the best in its class, the CH-47 has survived the test of time.
It just doesn't look real. There's a freaking Jeep and a trailer hanging from the bottom of that thing. It's amazing.
For decades, the CH-47 has proven to be reliable and effective. Operations of the Chinook have spanned across the globe, from Arctic climates to humid
Cool photo.
rainforests.
Awesome photo.
Most recently, the Chinook has been the workhorse for the United States military in the arid climate of the Middle East. The CH-47 is known for its ability to accomplish multifaceted missions, carrying both cargo and personnel. Originally designed to be a military aircraft, the CH-47 can lift Humvees, cargo nets, cannons, boats, shipping containers, and even other aircraft in the most extreme environments.
Holy crap.
In the commercial sector, the CH-47 has been repurposed to lift water for aerial firefighting. Materials for construction projects and disaster relief, support for electrical, gas, and oil utilities, and cargo for remote locations. While versions of the Chinook have flown for decades, currently 2 different variants are in service, notes Mark Kansian, a retired colonel in the Marine Corps and a senior advisor at the Center for Strategic and International Studies. The CH-47F is the base model, and the MH-47G is intended for special operations. That G variant features fancy additional capabilities. The big one is that the avionics are more sophisticated. It allows...
I wanted to ask you guys, the military buffs out there, you know, I'll pause it. You see where the gunner is, there's that, I'm pointing like you can see what I'm pointing at. I'll try to do it with the mouse. There's that pipe coming down. Is that for the spent cartridges to fall outside of the helicopter so they don't burn anybody or anything like that? I don't know. I'm asking, you guys are the experts, not me.
The big one is that
I've seen a few of them have that
more
pipe
sophisticated.
Connected to the machine gun.
It allows much more complex navigation, and I think it allows it to fly closer to the ground.
Damn.
Regardless, experts describe the aircraft as a workhorse. It's not flashy. Flying in one, he says, is very loud, and passengers sit along the sides. You're in mesh seats facing each other, he says. It's just so noisy, you can't talk.
Talking's overrated.
The CH-47F Block 2. The CH-47F Block 2 is critical to achieving the Army's heavy lift joint all-domain operational capability with an increased payload and operational reach. The CH-47F Block 2 is the only platform that can lift the Joint Light Tactical Vehicle, M777 howitzer, and medium girder bridge to enable joint all-domain forces to compete, penetrate, disintegrate, and exploit at operationally relevant distances. The CH-47F Block 2 acquisition program upgrades existing CH-47F aircraft and procures common hardware that exists between the CH-47F and MH-47G aircraft for special operations forces.
That's some skilled people, eh? Imagine being able to put one of them together with all the wiring and stuff that's involved. Super skilled people.
47G aircraft for special operations forces. The CH-47F Block 2 program provides additional capability to the field with greater reach, increased payload capacity, and an increase in maximum gross weight to 54,000 pounds. CH-47F Block 2 improves readiness, limits fuel sustainment costs, and provides commonality across the fleet. Ken Elan, Boeing Vice President and H-47 Program Manager, said in a statement. These improvements are based on airframe and subcomponent changes. Specifically, the advanced Chinook rotor blades will increase lift in high-hot conditions, while improved flight control and drivetrain components will both increase aircraft performance and reduce operating and support costs. The program updates the common avionics architecture system and digital advanced flight control system.
I can't get over that. That's something, for me, that's like one of the biggest things with this helicopter, is how close those rotors come together. It looks really close, and I'm assuming it is. That is such precision.
Systems of the aircraft and incorporates other avionics changes introduced into the final CH-47F production lots. CH-47 Block 2 will also include a strengthened airframe, which introduces commonality with the MH-47G and improvements to rotor, fuel, and electrical systems, which will improve safety and reliability for the aircraft, along with providing a significantly increased capability to the field. The program includes provisions for anticipated future upgrades, as well as weight and cost savings initiatives to ensure the Army has a platform with the flexibility and performance needed to meet the needs of the joint all-domain operations until a heavy future vertical lift variant is fielded. We're dedicated to making CH-47F Block 2 the best option for the Army's heavy lift mission, now and well into the future, Boeing's Elan said. new CH-47 engine test program. Boeing, in cooperation with the U.S. Army, has flown a CH-47 Chinook powered by two General Electric T408 engines, the same ones found on Sikorsky's larger CH-53 King Stallion for the first time. The Army's Combat Capabilities Development Command's Aviation and Missile Center announced the first flight on September
My back is still not 100%. It is killing today.
22nd, 2020. The command said that this test, which included hover and pedal turn maneuvers of the NHC-47D testbed helicopter, was conducted from Felker Army Airfield, part of Fort Eustis in Virginia. The T408 program proved the feasibility of installing a larger, more powerful, and technologically advanced engine on an enduring fleet aircraft, said Colonel Justin Hiley, commander of the Aviation and Missile Center Technology Development Directorate Technical Integration Division. This was a huge undertaking, but by working through the various integration challenges, we learned some critical lessons that can support future Army decisions on engine retrofits. It's unclear how much existing CH-47 models might benefit from the T408s, but these engines are each rated at 70.
Yeah, but that's like a few of you have said as well. Like, because I mentioned yesterday on how old some of these helicopters are, like from the 60s and that, and it just goes to show how far advanced the military was back then. And even though they may be old now, it's basically the shell has stayed the same or very similar. But there's so much new technology being worked on continuously to upgrade them that there's no need to replace a lot of them. So I think that is awesome as well, because a helicopter like this, I just think it would be a shame if it didn't exist anymore, because it's quite iconic, isn't it? And I can't believe I've never thought of looking at it before, because I just love these. It's awesome. I love them. I genuinely think this is my new favorite.
7 models might benefit from the T408s.
And I don't know why.
But these engines are each rated at 7,500 shaft horsepower. By comparison, the T55 GA714As found on production CH-47F variants produce a maximum 5,000 shaft horsepower. No matter what, with the first flight of the T408-equipped NCH-47D testbed helicopter, Boeing's making important progress towards significantly improving the type's performance.
The landing, how smooth it is. Flipping it.
U.S. Army Chinooks conduct deck landings on USS Ronald Reagan. The cold, cool wind rushed through the fuselage of the helicopter as an air crew member opened the side cabin door to call out landing commands as they quickly landed on the USS Ronald Reagan. This was our company's and many crew members' initial deck landing qualifications in their flying career, said Captain Elias Shahiber, commander of B Company's 3-2 General Support Aviation Battalion.
Deck full of death.
We had tremendous support from our higher command to coordinate and provide subject matter expert trainers from B Company 3rd Battalion, 25th Aviation Regiment stationed in Hawaii to assist in reestablishing the innkeeper's deck landing currency. When landing on a ship, visual illusions play a big role in the approach to final landing and are most pronounced when departing the ship, said Shahiber. The ship moves forward at about 5 to 25 knots, while on approach the pilot must maintain a progressive deceleration to match the speed of the ship. The pilot cannot rely on their airspeed indications. They must rely on visual cues and the ship's landing signalman standing on the ship's landing pad to direct the aircraft in. Landing on a moving target is not the only part of the operation that's different. The planning and coordination required is as well. The aircrew must conduct a pre-sail checklist with the ship. Key points of discussion include identifying crew's communications, confirming landing areas and the location of the ship, said Shahiber. Prior to this training event, the USS Ronald Reagan has not been in South Korean waters since 2018.
Look at the size of it. Oh my god. That is huge. What an awesome helicopter. There's so many moving parts to landing on that ship though, isn't there? There's got to be so much coordination. You've got to be so precise. It's even the bloke, what do they call him? I've forgotten now. The guy waving the glow sticks. He's got to be spot on. Awesome, awesome helicopter. I love that helicopter. Yeah. It's awesome. I'm so glad I checked it out. I'm glad I watched the video yesterday to remind me of this one. Otherwise, I probably would have not really seen it, you know. So yeah, I'm pretty glad I saw that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.